guys, well I'm sharing another grocery haul with you today. You guys seemed to really like it last time, and that way I don't know if I'll show them every week, but I'll show you what we got regardless if it's big or small. So this week we went to Walmart to pick up a few things, and we're lucky enough to have a nicer Walmart, and we also went to Sprouts, and Sprouts is kind of like Earth Fare, Whole Foods, so I'll tell you where everything's from. So I needed to get some white envelopes. These are to mail out the Stella & Dot lookbooks that a lot of you have requested, or if people just request it from my site in general. Needed some more protein, and I always get like a plant-based protein, so we're trying out this one. It's from Sprouts, and we've never had this one before, so let me know if you guys have had this one. Big thing of garlic salt. I've talked about this before. A while back I used this a lot in like pasta salads. It's a really good flavor of Italian dressing. It's the roasted red pepper. So I got this just to marinate sometimes when I want to marinate chicken. Same thing, I found this mango chipotle. These are just for marinades. We don't use them for salad dressings. I'll talk about popcorn. A lot of you recommended this one, the Boom Chicka Pop. Well, I could never find it in the white cheddar. And that's the only popcorn to me worth buying. I can just make regular popcorn otherwise in the microwave. So we finally found it at Sprouts, so we're gonna try that. But I really, really liked the one from Target that I showed last week. That's probably been my favorite. Needed some chicken breasts. Got these from Walmart. This is a brand now they're carrying. You know, that's the most all natural and all that. So I got that. Some Swiss cheese, provolone cheese, some bag salad. I've shown these before too. These are the wraps we always get. They're the high fiber, low carb. I really like these. They have 5 grams of protein. So you can see all that there. I can find these just about everywhere. Sometimes not at Target though, but usually just about everywhere though. So I did get some cereal, and I don't always eat cereal, you guys know that. I try to not eat, you know, a lot of wheat products. I do eat some now, but not a ton. Sometimes I just want cereal though. That's just all that sounds good. So I got this one, and at least has 9 grams of protein. So when I do get a cereal, I try to get like the new Cheerios protein. I did get the Kashi Go Lean this last time. I've had it before. I'm telling you, it tastes like sticks. I can't stand that one. Even though it has 12 grams of protein, it's not worth it to me. I'll suffer the few grams of protein for something that tastes good. So anyway, got that. And like I said, this, you know, isn't something I eat all the time, but just once in a while. My husband needed some oatmeal for work. He buys this great big kind, whatever the store brand is. He's not picky about that. Takes that to work. Kleenex. This is the Kleenex we always buy. I like the one with the lotion because they're really soft. They're a little bit stronger from the Kleenex brand, but they don't feel like lotion. I find the Puffs brand with lotion leaves like a weird film, like it feels like there's lotion. So I know that's a big explanation, but just wanted to tell you why. And I like this cute little box that they've had for a while. So this size we put in our living room because it goes on the coffee table, and it's just easier to pull out. I find these, when I've had them in the coffee table, they're so lightweight. I feel like they move around, and you pick up half the box when you try to just pull out one Kleenex, so if that makes sense. Just explaining my reasoning for the 2 different boxes. So one of these is for home, one is for my husband's work. You can see we've got 3 other boxes there. And then my husband wanted some insoles for one of his pairs of shoes. And then this is the orange juice we get, always pulp free for me. And the same brand with the apple juice. It's really good. And then when we were at Sprouts, I saw this. I've never seen this one before from Luna. And it has 12 grams of protein. And I love mint chocolate chips, so I thought I would try that. And then this one, of course, the chocolate salted caramel, 12 grams of protein. Let me know. I really love the Luna bars, but a lot of times they're a little sweet for me, or they don't pack as much protein. So usually when I eat something like this, I'm trying to get some protein in. Let me know if you guys have tried these though. And then decided to get some new supplements. I've been reading a new book that I'll end up telling you guys about. So trying to switch up my supplements a little bit because most of you know I'm hypothyroid. So I decided to bump up the zinc. And also, I think I'm going to switch. Right now I take B12, and it's a pretty high amount of B12. So I decided I think I'm going to go back to B complex. I used to take B-complex years ago and then just switched it to B12. I do take a multivitamin as well, so I compare the amounts so that I'm not getting too much or too little of something, if that makes sense. And then I'm going back to taking selenium. I used to take this back, I don't know, a couple years ago before I was even diagnosed. And just everything I read says, you know, this is really great if you are hypothyroid. But of course, do your own research on that. And then at Walmart, this is the only place I can find these. I have used these, I call them sleep bras, but of course they're like little bralettes. They're cotton from Fruit of the Loom. The only place I find them is Walmart. I've been wearing these for probably about 7 or 8 years to sleep in. I just love them. Once in a while, I even wear them out like under a t-shirt if I don't feel like wearing a regular bra. I get a 36, even though I'm a 32 band, because the 36 then is big enough area for my actual boobs, if you're wondering. So something to keep in mind when you're looking at sizes with these. And I like this one that has the black and the gray and the white. Hair color, as many of you know, I do my roots. I switch off once in a while. I mean, they're very close, with between like 7.5, 8 for my roots, and then I get highlights at the salon. I get questions about that a lot, so I thought I would mention it. Some little orange sticks for fingernails and stuff. Whiteout tape, love that. And then this is the toilet paper and paper towels we use. So if you're curious about that. And then if I don't ever show like a lot of things like certain produce or whatever, it just means we already have it, like tomatoes or you know, there's certain things we always keep on hand. So if I don't mention something, it just means we didn't need it. So anyway, that was our little haul this week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Here, how it's styled with just that all neutral look. I just absolutely love it. I mean, I just think it is the coolest look.